Hey guys, I'm back with another video. In this video, I am attempting to get round 100 on every Black Ops 6 Zombies map in third person. Now this was not an easy challenge at all, even though I thought it was gonna be extremely easy. It really wasn't. It was actually one of the most difficult things I've done on this game, 100%. But I am back now. I haven't been making videos recently, but again, I will start making them now, and I won't only be doing zombies, I will be doing other things, more like other games like Fortnite, Minecraft, and I'm going to be playing multiplayer in Warzone, but I can't wait for the new Black Ops game. Now moving on into the first match that I played, I did Liberty Falls. I immediately turned the Rampage Inducer on and tried to end the round as fast as possible while also trying to get this door open so then I could get the Wonder Weapon as soon as physically possible. Now right here, I ended up getting the first part to the Wonder Weapon and I realized that the melee with my hand looked so weird, and then I open the door to Pack-a-Punch and Pack-a-Punch to my gun so then I can get this weapon thing from the Mangler to get the next part for the Wonder Weapon. Next, I killed the groundskeeper, got the key, and ran over to this little shed so then I could get the last, or actually the second before last part to the Wonder Weapon. And I also threw down 2 energy mines right here just so I could finish doing that and not die. And then I made the Wonder Weapon and had to kill all the zombies before I died. Right here is where I was sitting for about half of the round 100, and I was using any mutant injections and any chopper gunners that I got, and I would just spray down and kill everything that I could with the chopper gunner, and if I got the mutant injection, I would go and beat all the zombies to death. Now right here is where I use a mutant injection, and you could see how I used the mutant injection. I just sat right at this window and just swung over and over and shot my gun that's in my hand over at that spawn, and sometimes at the 2 spawns behind me very far back, but very rarely did I do this right here. I only did it I think once this entire time, realistically. I could be wrong, maybe I did it more, but that's the only time I remember doing it. And like I said, playing in third person was probably one of the most difficult things I have actually ever done in this game, and I stand by that. The amount of times I got to 1 HP in this game was insane. I didn't even go down this game, but the other games I went down a lot. And right here, I'm in the bank with the 2 doors shut, and this is the fastest method, 80 and beyond. I was only up there to farm salvage, but you just want to spam the mutant injection and shoot right here when the manglers aren't moving, and when they are moving you could actually swing right at the jug and it will end up killing the manglers like this. As you could see, you could hit them through the wall, and I'm also hitting the ones behind me, but I try and get this round done as fast as possible, and it really was surprisingly fast. I think this round was only about like a minute, maybe more. I don't think so though. So it was really good for like time. Also, how I used the Wonder Weapon was spam the aiming button over and over, and it sucks the zombies in and kills them. You could see me doing it right here for a few, and then I swap back to using the mutant injection, or maybe I don't. I don't remember. I think I do. Yeah, right here. I used the mutant injection, and again, I do the same thing I was just a minute ago. I just swing and kill everything that I can, and I also shoot a couple shots right into that window because they all get stuck and can't move back there behind the desk. And when that happens, you need to use the mutant injection to kill them. And then I actually got round 100, and then I went to exfil. I did complete this map. I was happy, even though I got to 1 HP multiple times. It was unbelievable how many times I got to 1 HP. But I think it's so different than playing in first person, to the point where the zombies look a lot farther away than what they actually are, and that's why I kept getting hit and they kept killing me. But anyways, on to the next map that I played. Now this map was definitely the hardest map I played. 100%. Here we go. Now on to the next map, which is Reckoning. This map is, again, like I said, the hardest map I think in the game to get round 100. You have to, first of all, get the Wonder Weapon, which that alone is extremely hard in my opinion. Personally, I think it's like extremely difficult. Right here, I almost died. Luckily, the zombies bled out and the round ended before I did die. Like that, I thought I was dead because I couldn't get out of the animation. Once you do that, you can't get out of it. Again, right here is the strat, and it is so difficult because you have to make sure you're using the charge shot. If it's not the charge shot, then, I mean, you might as well not even shoot your gun. And at the same time, you have to be throwing the shock stick grenade thing, whatever it's called, at the ground, and make sure that stops all of the zombies and bosses. And you also have to use your field upgrade, which is the Frost Blast, to slow down zombies so then they die to the charge shot. But the charge shot barely kills. Even when you directly impact a zombie with a full charge, that doesn't even kill them 100% all the time. It kills them, yes, but it's not guaranteed like any of the other Wonder Weapons in this game, besides, I guess, the Beam Smasher. I will say that Wonder Weapon is low-key worse than this one, but at least with that one, it has a glitch that you could do to make it so it's really good. But anyways, that was round 50. Now round 60, I seen this zombie that was stuck in the wall upside down hanging, and I was just so confused. And then I save and quit, loaded back in, and none of my guns saved. I had to get them all, and I had to re-get the Wonder Weapon, but when I did that, it disappeared out of my inventory for some reason. And then the other weapon that I had, the GS, that lost all its rarity and went back to gray rarity. Luckily, I had a crawler, or else that would have been the end of the game, even though I'm going to spoil it real quick. I ended up dying right here. You probably seen it in the intro. I pulled out a death machine because that's all I had, I felt like. I killed so much. I tried to go for the nuke and couldn't get away from all the zombies, and I ended up going down. Now, that map was difficult, very difficult, but the next map is extremely, extremely easy, which, as you could see, is this map, and it's my favorite map in this game. I think it is the best map they've had since a Black Ops 4 map, and I will stand on that. That is 100% the case. No Cold War maps can compete with this map, and no other Black Ops 6 map can compete with this map. This map is amazing. But I ended up getting the Rig Mark II so then I could get the purple version, I forget what it's called, but like it's like a shotgun version of the ray gun Mark II. And then I did this little like main Easter egg, but like side quests, so then I can get the Wunderwaffe, because that's the gun you need to get round 100 on this map. And again, it is so easy to get round 100. I did that. I did all the other things where I had to shoot like a basketball or whatever in a picture. I ended up doing all that, and then I got the Wunderwaffe, and I just sat right down here and just shot my Wunderwaffe hundreds of times in a whole horde of zombies, and they all die. It takes no skill, but at the same time, if you're not paying attention, you could die very easily. That's why you need to make sure you have Casimir grenades, because if you fall down like I did there, you're going to want to either throw a Casimir grenade or use your field upgrade, which as you can see, I'm using the one I'm using, because if I get hit a couple times, I need to pop that immediately so I could get my shield back. And for the boss rounds, it's actually pretty simple. You just sit in this corner here and then shoot at each spawn, and they normally can't get to you unless you stop shooting or you miss a shot, which I have done a couple times. But I got that round done, which was easily like 20 seconds for a round. It was very easy. And then I'm back up here for round 70. I did this for practically the entire game, and whenever the boss spawned in, I would throw a Casimir grenade and then spam my pistols at him, or I would not throw a Casimir grenade or not shoot him at all. I would just use my mutant injection and kill him immediately. As you can see right here, he spawned in. I also sometimes would just use my Wunderwaffe and spam him until I run out of ammo. And by the way, with augments, I used a certain augment on Deadshot and on, what's the perk called? Death Perception. So then every shot that I shot out of my Wunderwaffe, I would get maybe 2-3 shots back into my gun, so I really never had to reload at all, and it makes this so easy. Again, right here for boss rounds, I would just sit in the back corner and spam shoot these dudes and kill them all. It's extremely easy. If I ever go back to doing round 999s, which I don't know if I'm ever going to do again, I might do it again, but I don't know. This is the map that I would do 100%, no doubt about it. I got round 100 though, and I exfilled. The exfills are extremely easy for some reason. I think the zombies stop super sprinting when you do the exfills on the maps on high rounds. So, I mean, the exfills are just a piece of cake, and if you have a mutant injection, it makes it that much easier to just use the mutant injection and slap every zombie that comes near you. Right there, I was kind of looking at my phone. I wasn't paying attention, so I was just swinging at a car thinking I was hitting zombies, but I wasn't. And that was this map completed. Thank God I actually completed this one though. On to the next map. Here we go. This is another one of those maps that are very difficult, but at the same time extremely easy if you know what you're doing, which it was actually my first time ever doing this round 100 strat that I'm doing this game, so I wasn't the best at it, and you will see how things end. Spoiler alert, it was not the greatest, but as you can see, I got through round 1, and I also completed this thing for the power. I also did the second one next to Jug and completed this one. And then I did the third one, which is at the very bottom right here. And then I got Pack-a-Punch, so then I can get this done right here, where you have to shoot all power things like I am. and then you have to go over and inside here. I tried to jump off and be cool, but I failed miserably and still hit it. And then I hit the last one, killed the zombie that has that card thing, got it, and immediately started working on trying to get this wonder weapon as fast as possible. I would get the thing, I would put it in immediately, I would do it 2 times, and the thing would move, and I would do it again and again and again until I was all done. As you could see, I did the green one, I did the blue one, and right here I finished the purple one. And with the purple one being done, it drops a part for the wonder weapon, and the other part flies to the wonder weapon build table. I build the table, or wonder weapon at the table, I should say, and I have the wonder weapon on round 10. I also had to do somewhat of the Easter egg so that I could kill this dude right here and get the key card. And then I was sitting inside the little, I don't know what you would call this, little compartment in the boat for the Easter egg step, but I wasn't doing the Easter egg at this point. I would just sit in here and kill a whole bunch of zombies with a mutant injection. And for the other thing with the wonder weapon, this is what I would do right here. I would use my wonder weapon. Well, actually, I'm not showing it yet because I'm showing me a Casimir grenade and the amalgam won't leave me alone. But you have to get the wonder weapon to be at least 20 to 10 like in the clip or whatever, and then use the mesmerizing thing that slows them down, and then you want to pull out your grenade as soon as you see your gun ammo hit 0. And the second you pull out your grenade, it kills zombies, and every kill that it gets, it becomes a headshot, and with those headshots, it gives you more ammo back, and you can just keep repeating it over and over and over and over. And sometimes if you mess up, you would have to use your field upgrade, which is Ether Shroud, reload your gun and shoot it back down to 20 bullets. Right here I'm at 120, got scared. I would use a Casimir grenade, and then I used all the ammo I could to get it to where I was at 20-ish bullets, and repeat the same shot over and over. Right here, for bug rounds, I would sit in the corner and just spam my pistol at the ground. It makes the bug rounds extremely fast. I never picked up the max ammos because it makes it so then I would have to waste ammo anyways, so there's no point in picking up a max ammo when I could just buy ammo from the thing that's right in front of me if I can ever get past all the zombies. But again, this strat is extremely easy if you know what you're doing, but if you mess up, you need to make sure you have a mutant injection, a field upgrade, or a Casimir grenade. And I did have all of them when I messed up the strat, but I ended up going down, as you'll see here in a bit. But I ended up going down, got back up, and actually did somewhat decent. Right here, again, I went down, went up. I didn't show the other parts where I was doing good, but I did a little loop around. I didn't have a self-revive or anything. I went to do the little glitch with the wonder weapon, and the zombies somehow attacked me without me being able to pull out the grenade and kill zombies. So that's how I failed that map. On to the next one, which is the tomb. I got through round 1 as fast as I possibly could, just like I did on every other map that I played, and on the other map that I have to do after this one. I didn't do these maps in order, by the way, but it's whatever. I also shot the rocks in the sky so then I could get a free pack-a-punch and get the freeze thing on my pistol, and then I started getting the wonder weapon so then I could get to going on the round 100 as fast as possible. After I got the first part, I ended up getting the second one, which was really easy, I would say. I didn't go down, at least. After I got that part, I ran and started crafting it, or I guess you could say killing zombies for a wonder weapon. I would just sit right here whenever I got my energy mine, I would throw it down, and I ended up completing it, getting the wonder weapon, and I went off to trying to upgrade the Staff of Ice to make this a lot easier on myself. To upgrade it, you have to shoot all 3 crystals as fast as possible. If you don't do it like within a certain amount of time, you have to redo it by breaking all the crystals and then shooting them again. After you shoot all of them, you have to go up, shoot a couple rocks. I already did that, I didn't show it. And then I got 3 symbols. Those were the 3 symbols that I got. I shot those on the wall. I went through the portal, and it puts me on a flying rock. On top of this flying rock, there's a purple glowing orb right here. I interact with it and did the travel thing. I don't know what you would call it. I traveled around with it, killed zombies, and got the upgraded Staff of Ice, also known as, like, I think it's called the Ol's Arrow, something like that. I can't pronounce it. But yeah, I did that, and then I got the golden armor, but it didn't show up as I had gold armor on, even though I had it on. It showed up as blue for some reason. And then right here, this is the round 100. I would sit in this area right next to Stamina Up, and I mean literally touching Stamina Up, and shooting my Staff of Ice over and over and over and over and over again. And if I got overran and couldn't do anything, I would use my mutant injection and eliminate everything that was in front of me. I would also make sure I'm using the energy mine whenever I got a new one, so then the boss zombies died fast and didn't kill me. And now for bug rounds, it's extremely fast. You just shoot and charge shot at that torch there, and then throw a grenade or something, a Molotov, up in that corner that you've seen, and the rounds are literally 5-10 seconds each. They're extremely fast. Again, this is what I did for 90% of my game. I just sat with the ice staff and shot down at this corner. You could literally go AFK and do something else while doing this round 100, or even 999 realistically, because the zombies aren't any stronger or faster past round 55. It's the same thing over and over. You just sit there, shoot the staff, and throw down energy mines whenever you got them. I got round 100, as you could see, and I went to do the exfil. I ended up completing it, and that was this map done. It was extremely easy. I would probably say, I don't know if this map was easier or if the other map is easier. Honestly, you know what? I think I said the other map was easier, but this one low-key is easier because you could just go AFK and not do anything while getting round 100 easily within like an hour and a half. So I'm gonna say this one is easier 100%. Last but not least, we have Citadel. This map is another easy map, but you still have to pay attention, because I was doing the trap strat for the first like 80 rounds, as you'll see. But if you're not paying attention, the parasites can easily take you down, and they ended up actually killing me in this game. But I got up and I went on with my game, even though I did go down. It was fine though. But as you can see, I immediately got through round 1, got to round 10, started opening up the entire map, got the Pack-a-Punch open, and then I was getting the sword right here, because this sword is the best sword for going for round 100, in my opinion anyways. I know some people say other swords are better, but I think this one is the best one for round 100. Again, this is the trap strat. I ended up going down, actually, not to zombies, because I couldn't jump up, and it kept looking like I was jumping up because I was in third person, but I couldn't tell, so I never actually got above the ledge, and zombies ended up taking me down. And then I ran down and got all my perks back, and then came back up and did the same thing, which is sit right here with your gun out. It needs to be a gun that is gold rarity and max Pack-a-Punch, so then the zombies die immediately when they get hit by the trap, or they won't die. Because if you're using a sword or a gun that isn't max rarity and max Pack-a-Punch, the trap doesn't kill them that fast. It needs to be the max rarity and max Pack-a-Punch. As you can see, it does, I think, like 1,000,000 damage when they run into the trap or something. Maybe it's less, I don't know. I honestly haven't paid attention to it that much. I just know it one taps them. If they run in it, they die. I got round 55. This is what I did for all bug rounds, except for later in the games. But for like the first 80 or so rounds, I would just come in this room and shoot my pistols in the spots that I am right here. I would shoot in that doorway, the doorway by the shotgun, and then I would shoot where that trap is to kill some of the parasites, and that would end rounds somewhat fast, I would say. I think this is the fastest spawn for bugs, so that's why I was doing it there. Again, if you ever see me with a different skin on whenever I go from clip to clip, it's because I would leave, like, save and quit, and then come back, and I have random skin on, like the random thing where it picks it for me. I don't pick my skin. So that's why I'm using a different skin than what I was in the last clip. But again, you need to make sure you're shooting the parasites and paying attention to them while sitting on the side of the trap, or else they can kill you very, very easily. Now, right here, I was doing the second strat, where you just spam mutant injections and spam Casimir grenades and your sword, like Casimir grenade sword thing, like the ult ability to it, and rounds just fly by. I mean, each round takes maybe a minute. It's really, really fast. Some of these games, though, I was up extremely late doing. Like, I don't think this one I was up extremely late, but I know one of the maps before this, I was up until like 2 in the morning trying to get round 100, because I did like 3 maps in one day. It was insane. And then I ended up getting round 100 though. As you see, I completed it, and I exfilled successfully. But I hope you liked this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe. That would mean the world to me. Again, I will be making more videos on other games, not just zombies, but I will be doing mainly what I have been doing with COD Zombies. I just want to do more other things too. But anyways, that's all I had to say. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.